single, independent professionals with or without children out here working and getting the bag and maintaining without a man. You meet Mr. Right? He pops the question. You're ready to get married, and the question is, do you combine all your assets and bank accounts when you get married? Welcome to another episode of Becoming with Angelina Watkins, and I'm your host, Angelina, your queen of becoming, here to help you achieve emotional, spiritual, and financial prosperity. In today's episode, should you combine bank accounts with your husband? This is a question that all independent women who got married had to ask themselves. Do I take all that I've worked so hard for and share it with someone else? Do I take all my savings, home, investments, income, whatever, and join it with someone else? There's pros and cons to combining your finances with someone else, and there are a few things I want to say on this topic that will hopefully provide the insight my ladies need before making that decision. But before I get into that, I want to welcome you to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you where this is your first time joining, this podcast was created to help you become who you need to be so you can do what you are purposed to do, so you can create the abundant life that you want to live. And I focus on topics that help you become a better version of yourself so you can win at love, life, and money. So we are here every Thursday, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another episode. Also, don't forget to get a copy of my new book, Path to Prosperity, 17 Secrets to Building Wealth. You can start today. It is a guide to helping you manage, profit, protect, and preserve wealth. And it's available on Amazon today, so make sure you pick up a copy. Now, let's get into today's topic. Should you or should you not combine accounts with your boo? When you get married, you become one. So should your bank account and assets become one as well? Well, let me tell you that I've been there. I was a single mom, doing very well for myself, a good job, savings, no debt except for my car, which was almost paid off. And I met my now husband, who was single father, doing his own thing and no debt at all. His car was paid off. And so nevertheless, we decided we were going to get married. And I had to answer the question of, do I join my money with his money? And I'm not going to lie, y'all, I was torn. My first thought is, no way. That's my money. I need control of what I have. I make, save, invest, profit. I love him, but he can't come and tell me what to do with my hard-earned money. So when I was alone, so far, so long, I'm not even trying to join my life with someone else, right? And that's hard to come in to do that. It's not easy to give up independence when all those years you have done it on your own. It's challenging to relinquish control when you've been hustling and building on your own. To just take all you have earned and accomplished and blend it with someone else, it's scary. And so I've been asked, how do you go from independent to codependent? And I'll talk about that in the next episode, but just know that going from independent in all areas of your life to codependent in all areas of your life is scary, especially in the area of money. And so for me, I had already been through being on top of the world and losing everything to build myself and my finances back up from nothing. Brought about trust issues with me for money. In my mind, I could never go back there. So the thought of ever wanting to find myself without ever having it again set me on a path of decision making that would require me to be in full control. And getting married meant I was no longer in full control because there's someone else I had to make decisions with and share with. So in counseling, it was told to me that we should have joint bank accounts, premarital counseling. So that was something him and I had to discuss. And the fortunate thing for me is I fell in love with someone who was frugal with some things and easy to work with when it came to money, and was a saver, better saver than me. He was cautious about spending, but I mean, we both have things we spend money on that we could probably do without, but for the most part, he was not out wasting money. We both wanted to build wealth, and we both didn't believe in living in debt, and we both believed in the concept of being able to live off one income. Even though both people were working, we both had jobs, making decisions on everyday living based on income in case something happened and either one of us could lose a job. We liked the idea of living off one income. So we would still be okay. All right. So we had a good starting foundation to work from. But everyone doesn't have that luxury. You're a saver, he's a spender. You are frugal and he's a materialistic. You can live within a budget and he overspends. You are about affordability and he has to have everything name brand. You pay bills on time and he pays when he can. You prioritize your money and he has no thoughts of building for the future. How do you combine accounts with someone like that? But before I answer that questions, let me just give you the pros and cons of combining bank accounts. Okay, let me give you something to think about. Pros: if you combine accounts, you promote trust and transparency. If you are becoming one, you should be open and honest about where you are in the relationship, including money. Before you get married, you should already know what each person is bringing to the table so you can have the conversation of how you will manage the money together. And so joint accounts allows a clear picture to where you are financially. And it's easier to budget, create a spending plan, save, invest, and pay bills. But cons to combining accounts is separate accounts encourage autonomy, continuing with self-dependency and making decisions separately. I regulate mine, you regulate yours, and the two cannot agree unless they walk together. How can you walk together if you don't regulate together? And so another con is it promotes disharmony. What is mine, and what is yours, and the two will never touch. But at the same time, if you're always arguing over each other's spending and then having separate accounts could reduce the arguments, but won't eliminate them if the other keeps coming up short. Okay? Because their spending habits, they're spending all the money, their spending habits are bad. But should you combine accounts with your spouse? And how do you combine accounts with your spouse? I personally think that if you truly want to become one, that you should combine your bank accounts. Now, however, you have to be on the same page. If you're not on the same page financially, if you are unequally yoked financially in how you manage finances and your money goals when it comes to money, then you should resolve those differences before you get married. It isn't going to work. Marriage is not about 50-50. Marriage is about 100-100. I'm bringing all I got. He's bringing all he has, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we're going to build this thing together. If I have something for us to build on, then great. If he has something from us to build from, then great. But we're going to build together because marriage should elevate you, evolve you, build you, grow you, not take away from what you have. We should be building off what we both brought to the table and increase together, not decrease. If your mindset is not building with your husband, and then why are you even getting married? If his mindset is not on building with you, then why are you even getting married? Finances is one of the biggest reasons people get divorced. And if you're not on the same level playing field, the same ground before you get married, you won't be after you get married. So it won't matter if you combine or not. You're still starting wrong. So before I close this out, let me tell you my strategy for how you combine accounts. You will at least have 3 joint accounts. And so your first joint account will be a deposit account. If you work a 9 to 5, the both of you will have your full paycheck automatically deposited into the account. And then you will have a bill account. Whoever pays the bills will move the money from the direct deposit account to the bill account, which is the account in which you will only pay bills. The money in the bill account cannot be touched for no reason whatsoever. Then you'll have a spending account, money for groceries, small items, eating out, gas, etc. That will be transferred over to the spending account as you need it. And then depending on what you have left over, you may have a joint savings account where you're building your emergency fund or your investment account, where you are investing, what is left over in the direct deposit account, you can each pull from it. And when you need it, have an allowance or whatever you decide that you want to do with whatever is left over, or even just leave it there to carry over with the next deposit, okay? Having these bank accounts allows for transparency, trust, awareness, and building together. Now, tell me what you think. Give me your thoughts down below about combining accounts. Let me know, what are you going to do? Would you combine or would you keep it separate, and why? Now, where you are, not where you have to be. Your past does not define you. You define you. So heal, transform, and pursue you.